Basically, the bottom line will come out. The Torah really wants you to, but if not, the main the Torah wants the father the right to sell, only to save her, to give her opportunity to get married and find to find out.
The proof of that is that you can't marry, you can't sell it to a relative.
Nothing. We give her an extra way to get out, and we are encouraged.
The original sale was for marriage.
No. The original sale was for slavery. Look at open Rambam Sefer Kinyan. Open Sefer Kinyan.
You cannot plan to have a work for 6 years. You have to plan to marry. That was the deal.
Is it either or? Could be the master or the master's son?
The hero is the master's son.
Because the master could be older and he could have a young son that was married.
Look a second. Rambam Sefer Kinyan. L'chot Avadim.
Well, that's how also that word doesn't work so well. The Rashbam before sure say Odah means house, cover it. Because if you don't want to marry her, what do you put?
Oh, הפסוק says, אם אחרת תיקח בו, שרק סוטה ועונתה לא יגרע. בטח, he married, but I can tell you another one. She is your wife now. She is your wife. Let's say the הראשי לשלושה.
יעשה חושי אין כסף, יעשה אין גט. יש גט, אין גט.
Let's look again at פרק ד' בהלכות עבדים.
Marriage with the store, right? Married full-fledged.
Yes,
Father, the day the father received the money, he basically said, she's your wife if you want. The choice is yours.
I see.
This is the way you look at it. There's no other way. If you understand that the father can marry you off
yes.
at any age you want,
yes.
Until she's an Allah, this is your money. Let's read the Rambam. Let's read the Rambam again. על משטר המלך תמיד שהוא מעריך, look again, let's recap the topic. פרק רביעי, פרק ראשון שני שלישי, it talks about Jewish slaves in general. אמה עברייה, by the way, when did the הלכות of Eved Yisrael, אמה עברייה stop? When? Right before the destruction of the first temple. The halacha is if your veil is not noeg, and the halachot shel Eved Yisrael b'chlal.
It said if there's no yovel, then you can't have this.
There's no yovel anyway.
When the yovel stop, they stop this. Selling of the door. There's no way out.
Let's look.
Stop
the way out. Working the field, we know what your yovel is.
No, she's out when she turns 12 anyway.
No, I'm just saying, we still know when the yovel is up.
Look. Okay, before you start Perek Dalet, with your finger or your paper there, go to the end of Perek Aleph. אין אמה, you have it פרק א' הלכה י'. אין אמה עברייה נוהגת ולא עבד עברי נוהג, אלא בזמן שהיובל נוהג. בין עבד עברי שמוכר עצמו, בין זה שמכרו בית דין. כבר ביארנו עם ספר זרעים, מתי בטלו היובלות, when is it? When most, if Israel is not populated by all the Jews, but through the Yovel. So this was until the destruction by Yeshua. The minute the first Galut began, big part of
they bring by Sheni, they brought back.
Not Yovel, the Rambam says it, but it.
Oh, but then, even through by Sheni. Oh, wow.
Because the precondition for Yovel is Kol Yoshvei Aleh. Kol Yoshvei Aleh. So look now to Perek Ravi'i, this is our topic. אמה העברייה היא הקטנה שמכרה אביה. וכשתביא שתי שערות אחר י"ב שנה ותעשה נערה. If she becomes 12 and puberty size, אינו יכול למוכרה. אף על פי שעדיין יש לו רשות בה ויש לו לקדשה. Yes, 6 months after she brings puberty size, if she's 12, to marry her till she becomes בוגר. But as far as sale, the minute she becomes נערה, he lost his right to sell. Okay. בוא תראו הלכה ב' אין האב רשאי למכור את ביתו. The father is not halachic right, which means beidin would forbid him from doing it. אלא אם כן, העלי, he's so poor, לא נשאר לו כלום. There's no possessions. לא קרקע, ולא מטלטלים, ואפילו כסות שעליו. even his suit. ואף על פי כן, כופים את האב לבדותה אחר שמכרה. Let's say, now remember, he sold her, he got money, he opens a business, he's doing well now. You have to go back to the master who sold her, you must buy her back for the remaining of the slavery. Let's say if you calculate how many years did you have, 6, 3, buy her and pay him back.
But if he wants to marry her, maybe he wants to marry her.
Does the master have
So
the
the
option?
master, so if you can sell her to marry her,
Obviously, if the type, if he's not married.
Yeah, but he can't marry her against the father's will if she's still young.
Again,
Well,
the
she doesn't have
minute
the
the father received the money of the slave, he
Yeah.
gave up his rights to marry off his
Well, he
daughter.
gave up the
Because
right.
he's the man.
he had the option.
If he says yes, he has the decision. Yes, he on his son. We'll see in a minute. אחר שמכרה משום גם משפחה. You picked up on it yesterday, Sammy. גם משפחה, it's a blemish in the family. You sell your daughter, he doesn't have money.
So family members step in sometimes, right?
ברח האב, או שמת, he took the money, he went to Las Vegas. או שמת, או שלא היה לו לפדותה.
He had no money. He never got money.
He invested, remember, he gets money always when he buys it, he lost the money. הרי זה עובדת, עד שתצא. Okay, now the Rambam is going into the legal ways how you acquire. Look now to הלכת ד', skip, go to הלכת ד'. אמה העברייה עובדת מקסימום 6 שנים כעבד שמכרו בדין. The same way that the male slave sold to pay money that he owed because he's שנאמר כי ימכר לך אחיך העברי או העברייה. What is the catch? העברי או העברייה. Same way that a Jewish slave can work maximum 6 years. Remember, we're talking about מכרו בדין. ויוצאת בתחילת 7. Okay. ואם פגע ביובל, if the yovel comes in the middle, before 6 years are over, בתוך 6, יוצאה חינם כעבד. The father doesn't have to pay. מת האדון, now here is one of the differences between a female or a male. מת האדון, אף על פי שהניח בן, יוצאה חינם כנרצה. Which means, what happens if a male slave is extending his slavery? אהבתי את אדוני את אשתי ואת בניי.
He stays till you're bad.
And Yovel comes in the middle. He's out. Let's say I want to be after. You can extend the slavery of 6 to 21. But if Yovel comes automatically, says the Rambam, if the master died for her, she is out. You realize the Torah goes out of the way to let her out, assuming
The opportunity to be out.
that the master did not marry her. וכן מגרעת מפדיונה ויוצא.
So the son wouldn't inherit that opportunity.
Correct. Unlike a Jewish slave, this is part of the inheritance that he got from his father. I paid money for the male slave for 6 years. It was only 3 years. The father died, the son gets it.
So where do we see a difference in the Torah? Where did Rambam get this hiluk?
It's a Gemara. Everything he brings is a pasuk. Rambam continues in Halacha. יתרה אמה עברייה, יתרה, 6 years is by a male too. Yovel is by a male too. Mitat Adon is extra. In another one, יתרה אמה עברייה, שיוצא בסימנים, כגון, כיצד? כגון she sold her at the age of 10. 2 years later she brings puberty sign. כגון שהביאה סימנים ונעשית נערה, יוצאה לחירות בלא כסף. אוקיי, אפילו הביאה סימנים מאחר יום שלקחה, the day after he purchased it. שנאמר, you realize that everything the Rambam brings פסוקים, שנאמר ויצאה חינם, ריבה לה הכתוב יציאה אחרת בחינם. אוקיי. Now,
All this I'm sure gets factored into the cost.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows
He
the
knows there's
halachot.
a risk of
Right,
having
he
a short
knows
term.
she's
Not
10 years
a lot of
old.
money.
you're smart enough to realize that we're not talking about a girl that is 4, 5, and she's hardly walking.
Right,
She's
she's
10.
working,
She's-
she's a worker.
After
10
the
years
high
old.
school, you see kids at 10, they look better than girls at 18, yes. And the Adon knows in the back of his mind that when I buy her, potentially she
Right.
can become my daughter-in-law or my wife. Yes,
Or she only gets 2 years out of it and that's it.
right. I mean, otherwise, well, you buy it for 2 years.
You pay a lower price.
Because I'm saying the price is based
Yeah,
on.
that's for sure. That's for sure. For sure. And what I'm saying, why would you buy it for 2 years? Is because potentially, okay, fine. Look at second in Vav. אין אמה עברייה יוצאה בראשי איברים, שנאמר, לא תצא, סיסמי. Let's take the Chumash and to see this
I mean,
pursuit.
if you poke her eye out or cut her finger off, she doesn't go free.
No, only by Evet Knani. The reason why, if you have an Evet Ivri, out of anger you smashed him and you have to pay for the tooth. You made him blind, pay for the eye.
Not necessary.
Yeah, that's,
David doesn't go say with Badai Aman.
it's not חוזר. This child, no, this parak
Every
is,
Jew is not
this parak is only to tell me the halachot of look a second on the Parashat Mishpatim, please. We didn't realize how many.
If you did the same, if you look at Bob, he says right after that, he says like a Jewish slave doesn't go out either.
Look
No,
at
that's
page
why
40.
it goes first.
Look a second on page 40.
He's trying to teach
No,
us
זה
something else.
זה פשוט שאתה צודק, אבל פרק רביעי, is telling us the הלכות of Amma, page 480. וכי ימכור איש את ביתו לאמה, לא תצא כצאת העבדים. לא תצא כצאת העבדים. Look at the Rashi there, pasuk Zayin. Look at the Rashi at the bottom right. ביציאת עבדים כנענים שיוצאים בשם בעין. לא תצא, if the owner abused her, knocked out her teeth, לא תצא כיציאת עבדים כנענים שיוצאים בשם בעין, אבל זו, the female, לא תצא בשם בעין אלא עובדת either 6, או עד היובל, או עד שתביא סימנים.
Whichever comes first.
או
הקודם.
בכל הקודם,
He writes it.
קודם לחירותה.
That was the next line. Whatever comes first.
What happened
You do the next
what
line.
happens if he did knock out a tooth, ונותן לה דמי עינה, או דמי שינה?
That's what I thought. They have to pay damages. Same thing,
Yeah.
I guess, with the evidence free.
Yeah.
He doesn't leave, but if you knock out his tooth, maybe he could take you to court. He's a
Well,
regular
right.
Jew,
No,
and you have
this
to
is
pay
the
the whole thing.
This is the halacha. What happened if the master
Maybe
is
bullshit, maybe
Whatever
Also,
also.
the whole
you-
thing is what I'm saying. All the
what happened if the master is a dentist? And the non-Jewish slave says that he has a toothache, this, okay, I'll give you free of the slave. And he knocked out his tooth.
That's how
It's okay.
That's how the Torah was
זה
talking
מחלוק,
about.
זה מחלוק.
Wow.
רבי שמעון בגמליאל says, שיחק באדון ויצא לחירות. The master should talk about pay your dentist bill by
somebody else do.
my competitor,
Right,
not
right.
by me, sketch me. So here they see that the pasuk go back to the it's the halacha, go back to the
But then
Rambam.
there was no dot, there was no, I don't understand how that even
This
works.
is-
What's the opinion of that?
Obviously it's based, obviously it goes on psukim. So go back to halacha vav.
Everyone has to agree there was no dot to knock the tooth out.
Go back to halacha. Go back to halacha. No, normally, no,
So then it's not
Jimmy.
destructive.
Apparently, the intent is not.
Normally, we look at knocking out the tooth in the eye. You realize it's not the tooth in the eye. It's 24 Hashem.
No, I'm saying there has to be dot for that. You did it out of anger, you did
No,
it
so
as a.
normally you
It's all
learn
and
that this is
it
to
is
stop him from abusing the heaven.
Yeah, of course.
But according to Rav Shimon Gamliel, anyway he does it. Go to halacha vav again. Go back to halacha vav
So if he
again.
pays a third party to do it and then after that, he's not responsible?
Of course.
But he's paying for it.
Again. Only if he
Physically does.
physically does it. Yes.
So Ronnie, that means if we pay someone to hit him, he doesn't go free.
Go ahead.
Huh? Forget the dentist. I paid the guy to knock his eye out on purpose.
אין המים,
Gotta work both ways.
אין המים בריאה יוצאה מראשי איברים. We just saw the pasuk in Rashi. ראשי איברים are tooth and eye, tip of the finger, חווה, שנאמר, לא תצא תצאת העבדים, וכן, עבד עברי, Jewish slave. אם הפיל לו שינו או סימל לו עינו, משלם לו, you pay him, כדין החובר בחברו, כמו שביארנו בהלכות חובר.
Why do you think there is a difference between the two? Forget what is the concept, conceptually, what's the difference?
The real difference?
Yeah.
Eved Knaani is a possession with the right of a human being. Eved Ivri is a full-fledged Jew that is obligated, the savage worker in your office to work for you. This is it.
Yeah, but it seems
In
much.
a minute, we're going to see in the Rambam, there are certain types of avodah that you are not permitted to give your Jewish slave, but it's okay to give to the non-Jewish because he is a possession and he's chayav b'mitzvot keisha. In a minute,
It seems very stringent. It seems very stringent for the Amai Vriya relative to a. I mean,
on the contrary, why she's being paid and she keeps the money.
Oh.
If you get to do it to a David Ivri, it's exactly the same.
So Rabbi,
In a second.
okay.
נמצאת הלמד שהאמה העברייה נקנית בשני דברים, בכסף או בשטר. Here the Rambam is always summarizes, בקונה עצמה, שכבאי הפרידה בשישה דברים, בשנים,
6 years.
וביובל, ובגרעון כסף, this three apply to a male also. ובשטר שחרור, if the Adon decides to set it free, ובמיתת האדון, which doesn't apply by a male, ובסימנים, this is puberty signs. Shani before means 6 years. Yeah?
Huh?
6
Before
years.
the 6
Yeah,
years.
Joseph, what was your question, Joseph?
the Torah is trying to protect the Eved Ivri from the master. I can get a slave master and have them beaten up. So what's his protection? I mean, I should be liable for some.
No, not sure. The Torah wants to protect him from a violent, angry, obnoxious owner, like many people
Okay,
I
but
know
I
in
hire somebody
business.
else, and you said that you can take
If
anger
you
to
hire
somebody.
another guy there, you can punch you back. But anyone that attacks him attacks a Jew. So you can do whatever you want. Me and you can protect yourself. Later, we're going to see how the Torah is treating the Eved Ivri. There's no union in America or Europe or Russia that treats the workers as the Torah asks you to treat the Eved Ivri or the Amai Ivri. This is the idea. Is this the first topic after Matan Torah? The Torah was giving us last week in the Torah. Torah is teaching us how to treat a human being that made a mistake. Showing that we are opening the door for you and are welcoming you to. We speak with an American mind, with a greedy mind that we have here in business. It's the exact opposite. You see
It's a healing process.
If an Amai Vriya finds a chayfetz in the
Good,
street,
good question. It is. What brings you to ask this question?
Well,
About Metzia.
yeah, because you mentioned it last
Good,
night,
good,
but I'm
good,
trying to
good,
think,
good.
Masha Kana Evet, Kana Rabo. I mean,
Kana Evet, Kana Rabo applies to a non-Jewish slave, not to a Jewish slave.
that's what I'm trying to think.
It's not a possession. Evet Ivri is a possession. So he found the $100 bill. It's like the $100 bill was found in the back of my loan. Yes?
But am I Vriya?
It's the same exactly as Evet Ivri. Look at Halacha Zayin. Yed oto ha'adon le'atzmo. If the Adon decides she's good for him, she walks fine, she looks good, he decided to marry Oli Bno, Harei, Ishar Arusot, like a regular woman that you took out a year to restaurants, here she cooked for you for you. Ve'ina yotza be'echad mikol elu. Now she's legally,
So is there Kiddushin
Okay,
aspect to it,
Arusot.
just this week?
I will say in a second. ואינה יוצאה באחד מכל אלו, אלא במיתת הבעל ומצוות ייעוד, סמי אתה שומע? מצוות
Wow.
Torah is telling you what really the aim is, find her a house. An uncle, a rich uncle comes and says, you know, I'm willing to buy a bed. No, but if the master is interested in her, even though you can force him to redeem her, let the master make the decision. This is the key of Amar Ivri.
The master's option matters. The master's
Wow,
option.
that the
What?
the Yiyud is more important than the Pidiyah. So the idea is
Yehud means that he is going to marry her. This girl that comes from a poor home finds a husband now, yes? Otherwise, her chances to find a husband are very slim. You look,
okay.
He has no intention of marrying her. Does he force the
All right, we're just putting our own values
so you
into
know,
redeem?
he was stupid to buy it. Why did he buy it? Let's continue.
It seems like, Rabbi, you're saying that when he bought her, really the intent
With
of
the
the Torah
Torah,
is that
with
he
the
wants her,
Torah,
that when the
yes,
Torah
yes.
wants,
onto his wife.
Yeah.
that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise,
That's the bottom line.
Larry is right. מצוות ייעוד קודמת למצוות פדיחה.
Right.
Makes
The
sense.
uncle comes and says, I made a lottery, I want to buy back my niece. And the master doesn't interest me. She's a slave. The answer is she's a potential
She's a
wife.
potential wife.
As each one of us does the same. We're afraid to think, you know. Yeah, sometimes, I mean,
But be careful what you
we
say.
are
Think about it.
giving different names. Every time I speak, I'm talking about top girls who go to top colleges. You find in college the nicest Jewish boy. Intellectual, you know, all this nonsense. Blonde, blue eyes, whatever you want. But he doesn't have a good job. He says, listen, I believe in, you know, hippie life. But he's the ideal husband.
Honest. It wants to be honest.
Yeah. Everyone says, it's a dream husband. It's exactly what every man. And so there's no money, then cool. You can go to live in a farm in New Jersey or go to. Answer is it's money, and money. This is what here the story. If you read behind it, yes. We are saying money is the future of our world. It's a provider. Provider. But you have to hear it from the girls because they speak from the mother's mouth. They don't realize it. Whatever they say. The girl was accepted to Colombia. So I told her, I'm sure your mother is very happy. So my father was happy. Keitzad mitzvat yud. Here, this is mitzvat yud. Listen to the mitzvah. Omer, in the middle of Zion. כיצד מצוות ייעוד אומר לה בפני שניים. You hear this? Every marriage is in front of two witnesses. ייעוד is a marriage. אומר לה בפני שניים, הרי את מקודשת. This is what each one of us said to his wife when we got married.
So is the master saying it to her? No.
Yeah.
Does he give her anything at this point?
I'm reading again.
So,
Let's read again. But don't ask. Let's read again. Let's finish the line.
First,
Second line from the bottom.
אומר לה בפני שניים, הרי את מקודשת לי, הרי את מאורסת לי. This is what you told your wife, I told my wife, הרי את לי לאישה, אפילו בסוף 6, סמוך לשקיעת
Well, my wife could
החמש.
have said no, could have not accepted the coin, could not have said, you know what, I don't want it.
Right.
So
The
she-
מעשה קידושין is exactly as is to show you that Yehud is קידושין. This is the whole purpose.
Well, you're saying that she can't say no.
Not
I'm
only
saying
this,
she can't say
the
no.
father cannot say no in this point.
Unless he sold her. She can't
No,
say
no.
no.
Gave her the money already.
They're married,
Right,
she can't say no either.
I'm just saying, he
Let's-
goes
let's-
to Kedushin, it's not.
let's-
It's
let's-
already-
let's-
How old is she at this stage?
If her
She's
father
under
married,
12.
she's
Under 12.
ואינו צריך,
You didn't know if her father married her.
ואינו צריך
She,
ליתן
Rabbi,
לה,
clarify for Jojo.
בסדר, בסדר,
If he married her before, she cannot say no. She can't opt out. She can't opt out.
But she's
Still under
underage.
12.
And it's
No, I'm
underage.
saying after she could.
No, she
She
can
can-
opt out.
Why don't you read 4 more words? You'll see the answer.
everyone likes to rise around the only 4 words in the Rambam.
That's all you need.
ואינו צריך ליתן לה כלום. As far as money or a ring or a very expensive diamond ring,
Doesn't.
שמעות הראשונות, איזה ראשונות?
money
Take
the
the
father
father.
got.
father received, לקידושין ניתנו. The Rambam summarized 2 pages in Gemara Kiddushin in this sentence. ונוהג בה, from the minute you told her in front of 2, הרי את אשתי, נוהג בה מנהג אישות ואינו נוהג בה מנהג שפוט. You cannot ask her to do any service that she did the day before yesterday. Now she's your wife. But some people you ask more than you find.
God's entering in the picture.
ואינו מייעד 2 כאחת, אוקיי, fine, what happened if the man had a good appetite and he bought 2? Now good, very good. אינו מייעד, the master כאחת.
You can't do 2 girls at the
2
same
כאחת,
time.
correct, שנאמר יעדה. הנה, listen to this. בכיצד מייעדה לבנו?
Her son,
He says it's not for me, but אם היה בנו גדול, the Rambam is clear, לבנו גדול, נשים סלבים, אם היה בנו גדול, ונתן רשות, ואיזה צבע היו, ונתן, בנו רמב"ם, ונתן רשות, see? יעדה לו, see,
The son gave the father permission.
exactly,
Yeah.
look at the father cannot
You can't
push,
force the son.
push her on his son, הרי יאהב אליי, אומר לה בפני 2, יודעת?
But he's a gadol. Oh, because he had the money. He
The
paid the money.
son gave him reshut to do it.
Right.
So the same as me and you can make, your son can
Shaliach.
make your shaliach, but again, the same original money that was
Right.
given to your
And
father.
that's why
You realize
he
this
has the
is-
asset. Okay.
Rabbi Prague,
Yeah,
just to digress a second, what is the difference between the Zilpa and Bila as shfachot to this person?
okay, let's listen to
Well, we don't have to do it now. I'm just wanting to.
Look in halacha chet, here like
Rabbi,
this
can you
answer.
clarify, please?
Yeah, yeah.
The
what-
father who
what-
marries his daughter,
Yeah.
she cannot opt out.
Right.
Only if the
Oh.
bedin or the mother married, because that's a derabanan. When she turns 12, she has a minute to say, I'm out.
She's mine, and she's like,
Yeah, she did all right.
That's it. She's
Many years
not a
ago,
guy, she
here,
can't opt out.
many years ago,
The mother or bedin.
in the 70s or early 80s, this is an interesting case. There was one of these 2 mega wealthy husband and wife, but they're separated. She took the daughter away. I mean, most likely now we say she probably went to Switzerland or Belgium. She told the husband, you'll never ever see me. Wow. The money was not the question. The husband really said, okay, she doesn't want the marriage, but it's my daughter.
Right.
Went to a very smart rabbi. The rabbi told him, tell you why. If this is the case, she's under 12. Yeah?
Oh.
You're going to marry off your daughter, she'll never ever be able to get married.
Oh,
Because he didn't tell him to do it.
Just a threat.
He told his wife,
The threat.
email, yes.
Oh, you
I'll
You'll
marry
never
her.
ever marry off your daughter because I'm going to marry to someone you never know. She's a sure, still
She's under 12.
under 12. I mean, the rabbi that did it was the
Jesus
woman
has the
went
right
with
to betroth her to
she had
somebody
no
else.
choice. She had to come to compromise. She gave him visitation rights.
You're saying this
Wow.
halacha still
Halacha theoretically, it's asur to do.
He
of
could betroth
course.
her to
It's
somebody else.
asur, but for such an obnoxious woman,
If you
This was you did it.
Keneged Rabbanan.
מקודשת.
But it's
Wow.
Yes, the Torah gave the father that right. The rabbis can't, you can't okay the right that the Torah gave him.
Just was
In the north, approximately 25 years ago, there was a Be'emet ish. A guy that made believe as a Kabbalistic rabbi, convinced. Sephardi guy that believed him as a Kabbalistic rabbi to let him marry his daughter. As a Ketana, he said to him, you have Allah be the right? The two biggest rabbis, if you know really, Rav Fisher and Rav Goldberg, went and they broke the marriage. They read this, investigated the witnesses. I mean, they went into to break it. Yes.
right.
I mean, they had the
It's
foul.
only ever done, but they know that.
No. Legally, they couldn't have said anything.
They found the problem.
They had to find legal. Who are the witnesses? What did she have in mind? What did
He found the reason to be batel.
the husband was Amaretz, Amaretz claims to be whatever he took it. So no, look here. Here, this answers many of your questions. Halacha chet. Ein האדון מייעד המה עברייה לא לו ולא לבנו אלא מדעתה.
Here we go.
Even though the father hears this, there's no say in it, but when before you propose to her, she has to say, yes, I agree.
Why does she have to say yes?
When it's
What age is she?
No.
Well,
Why does she have to say yes?
Is this at 9 or at 12?
No, up to 12.
Up to 12.
So
Why she just,
Which
why she
means
have
the
to say
father
yes?
already,
A convert, she says yes, but at 12, she has to confirm yes or no.
every time we say, every time we say up to 12, after 12, now she's a mature adult. If she continues, if the sister or the mother married her off at age 11, if by 12 she's not saying I'm out of the marriage, she's not right.
Right.
That's-
No,
She has
This is
until
the
12, she has a time.
But over here, Rabbi, the father had the right to sell her before
So
against her will.
let's finish the halacha. אין האדון מייעד המה עברייה לא ולא לבנו אלא מדעתה. אף על פי שכבר קיבל אבי אמהותיה.
The money became,
Even though the money, the
It's the
father
shame money.
was available.
But wait a minute, how does she have that if she, Rabbi Prague, how does she have that if she's a, how does she have that if she, how does she have that if she's a katana?
Rabbi wants to finish.
שהרי הוא אומר, יעדה מדעתה. Do you realize that, Eli? If you are a real father and you want to marry your daughter at 11, she has no say in the matter.
no, that's not.
Here, how much we protect the girl here? She is in the house. She knows that the man is an abusive man. He doesn't want you. Here it is. The Torah is closing every stride to protect her on every side. Then the father has no say, but she, being in the house now for a couple of years as a substitute, yes, has the right to say, I don't want you.
Rabbi Prague? If
Yes,
she-
yes.
At this stage, if she's a katana, right? She's a katana.
Just,
Right, so how does a katana have a baldas? If you can't make, where would you have a
Because-
baldas?
I mean, I'm giving you an example just because I'll never forget the example. I was talking to the class once about drinking. Drinking. A kid says to me, whatever you say makes sense. No, it's not good to drink this. But every day, my father comes from Manhattan and took 2 drinks of alcohol. Two.
Just do it.
This kid grew in the house.
Standing
And before you start supping, this young lady, Larry, seeing the husband, the way he treats his wife, or treats his kids, knows that he's going to be an abusive husband. She says, no, she doesn't need too much that. She doesn't need too much that. You need that if your professor is after you.
But how does he learn from Yada that you have that, Tom? Is there a,
Obviously, it's a Gemara. Yada means she has something to do with that.
I mean, I would know the Gemara from anywhere. That's why I'm asking.
No, look a second. Let's go to let's finish.
So Rabbi, you're saying there's a difference between
Yes.
the father selling her.
Amazing.
That's, we never saw that.
Anyone, anyone you want.
Now this is a chiluk. The father at 10, he knows the
father
guy's abusive.
marries off his daughter.
And
He's
he
a
can-
Rasha Gamur.
Right, he can do it.
Rasha, he makes $1 million because the guy's abusive.
she
No one
quits.
married him. She has no choice.
But if he sold her
Yeah,
al
sold her
da'at to marry
Till
her,
she's 12, then she can get
No,
out.
but seven, no. Well. No.
No, he
The
make
father,
kiddushin.
no. If the father
Yeah,
married her,
yeah,
saying
yeah.
she can't out, not out.
yeah.
So the master, when he
Okay,
says,
okay,
"Okay,
theoretically-
she can say no."
Theoretically
That's what he
speaking,
said, yeah.
Eli, theoretically speaking, if you look in Rambam and Chot Yerushin, any woman in the time of the Gemara that can prove that the husband is really abusive, question is obviously what is
Yeah,
abusive.
what's the proof?
Well, I was gonna go back before to
He
if
would
she hits
force
him.
the husband to divorce his wife. זה כתוב בגמרא, there's no issue. The question is what's abusive. Instead of saying honey, it says
Whatever.
whatever, yes. This is not
What happens if the husband beats the wife?
Everyone agrees. The Rambam says in Chot Gerushin that everyone agrees that we would force the husband to divorce his wife.
Well, we couldn't do that today because there's no forcing, but okay.
I don't even know there isn't forcing, but it's against the law. You understand?
Yeah.
Remember the three rabbis from Monsey, yes,
They went to jail.
they went to jail, one of them, even though they didn't make money.
But there were those that got made
The
money.
money
Remember
they
that
took,
they got
the money they took.
Pick the guy up. Pick the guy up.
Yeah, that's three Italians, and every time the husband was supposed to give the get, they used to mamash.
Kofin to watch here. Okay.
Okay, so let's read again. Let's read Halacha Chet again. אין דרך אחרת. אין האדון מייעד המים בריאה לא לו ולא לבנו אלא מדעת הרמב"ם. It's an amazing חידוש.
If she's 9, can she do that? At what age?
So again, now he's asking what is da'ata. I'm saying da'at here is not right. It's simply she sees the man is in Yiddish you say nishki man. He's not a person.
Yeah.
It's very easy to.
If there was no man at the house,
There was my grandmother was dating a guy. I knew his father. His father was a brilliant guy, big lawyer, and has a lot of investments. He says to her, "One thing I can promise you: if you get married, I'm not going to be like my father."
I'm not gonna be like my father.
He says it when he's dating his wife. Not sure when he didn't get married anyway.
But he said, I'm not gonna be like
אני
my
לא
father.
אהיה כמו אבא שלי.
Meaning what?
Meaning what? His
Nice.
father-
I won't be nice.
No, he was pushing.
strong.
His father
Father
was
was strong.
very strong
Oh.
because his father lost his father with the young age. So he pushed
Tough
himself to
guy.
become a top lawyer, really top lawyer. So,
Aggressive.
and I'm saying it's very easy to sense if your father is a man you can live with or not. So there is no need for that here. She just
Right.
wants the language he treats his house, the language he treats his wife.
What is
But Rabbi,
so
what
let's
her? What we say she doesn't have yad lekabel. She has no yad lekabel because there's no
You
da'at.
don't need witnesses. It's reality.
No, not witnesses. No. I'm just saying. Let's say she has something that's really not an item.
והיא מתה האדון, or what?
Maybe she could just say she doesn't
Oh,
buy
this
6
is
minutes.
slow. והיא מתה האדון, והיא מתה האדון, אין בנו יכול ליעדה, לא שהרי יוצאה לחירות במיתת האדון. Now the Rambam is adding, remember every הלכה here is a סוגיה in מסכת קידושין. So just
I want to hear all the two votes.
קידושין is amazing. No,
Yeah.
people would love it. I mean, it's not-
Jojo, you hear?
קידושין.
He says we should do Kiddushin.
Yeah, there are fun, very fun סוגיות there and
Okay.
What are you doing in Ketuvot?
no, they're finishing Yevamot.
No, we're gonna start Kiddushin.
What's great? Shas Katan.
I know, but there are many prakim that people will be.
There's a lot of very hard stuff.
But do you know the people on that list before you answer this question?
He knows he's there, Rabbi. Rabbi said every morning.
People are coming to be entertained. Why you entertain? You learn also. So they love that one.
You got it, Rabbi. You got it.
That's not fair. I get 4:30 in
I'm
the
joking,
morning.
Eli, not you.
Eli, there needs to be in every shaker there needs to be some emet. So you're the emet that keeps the crew together.
How is it, Eli? This is one of the reasons, you know, why would you get up in the morning? It's entertaining, it's good. If you listen, I mean, you get the Gemara. I mean, listen what he says.
could if the Adon wasn't home on a Friday night and he had another wife and this girl was there, could she make kiddush for the mother for the other wife?
The answer is no, she's a ktana, you forgot.
That's my problem. So how could he make it? So how could Kana
The
have
father, if the Torah said that the father can marry you, think about it. Nice.
Get it out of that katoon.
Take the emotions out. Take the emotions out. Yes. Think with your mind now. If your father can marry off his daughter, why wouldn't he? I mean, it's exactly the same.
But if a man marries off his daughter and finds out that he's abusive, he doesn't know. There's no mechach. He can't go to the Beit Din and say, if I had known that the man was.
Whoa.